In this edition of the Parliament Report, Cabinet to consider amendment to Contractor General Act, and opposition wants level playing field in the sale of heavy fuel oil. Cabinet is to consider a submission aimed at amending the Contractor General Act to prevent the Office of the Contractor General, the OCG, from getting involved in certain strategic investment projects at the pre-contracting stage. Attorney General Patrick Atkinson says the government will discontinue the current matter against the OCG in court if Cabinet finds favor with the submission and it is sent to the Chief Parliamentary Council for drafting instructions. Atkinson made the announcement during his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament on May 29. He said the proposed amendment will not bar the Contractor General from doing a complete review of the process when it is completed. According to Atkinson, the move will not compromise the Contractor General's ability to take appropriate actions if a breach is detected. The latest move by the administration to amend the Contractor General Act comes amid a legal battle between the OCG and the Minister of Transport Works and Housing. The government is challenging the jurisdiction of the OCG to requisition an independent oversight panel set up to monitor three major government infrastructural projects. In February, Supreme Court Judge Justice Lennox Campbell turned down an application by the government to take the matter to the review court. The government disagrees with the OCG that the oversight panel should provide formal reports on the deliberations of the executive regarding the three major infrastructural projects. Opposition spokesman on energy, Gleaner, is pushing for a level playing field in the pricing of heavy fuel oil by Petrojam to the bauxite industry as against the Jamaica Public Service JPS and by extension the Jamaican consumer. Mayor is contending that players in the bauxite industry purchase heavy fuel oil from Petrojam for 15% less than the state-owned oil refinery sells to the Light and Power Company. In his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament on May 28, Mayor points out that the Bauxite and Alumina Industries Encouragement Act exempts alumina and bauxite producers from paying customs duty or similar imposition on the importation of petrol fuel oil or diesel. According to Mayor, the heavy fuel oil used in the generation of electricity is purchased by JPS from Petrojam at a cost of some $6 billion per month. Turning to electricity theft, Mayor wants the crafting of legislation to impose stiffer fines on persons involved in the illegal act. He says the government should work with the Jamaica Public Service to establish a clearly defined strategy for tackling the theft of electricity. Mayor says it is now costing legal customers of the JPS about $3 billion annually for illegal connections. The JPS is said to absorb a similar sum each year. State Minister with responsibility for technology Julian Robinson wants the public to judge him and by extension the government by commitments he gave for the delivery of various projects. In his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament on May 28, Robinson indicated that at times there was a disconnect between announcements and implementation. Robinson's presentation focused on the role information communication technology ICT plays in national development, arguing that his presentation represents a roadmap with very specific deliverables and timeframes. Robinson said by providing specific timelines, the opposition media and the general public can hold the government to account. A critical part of the roadmap is the strengthening of the country's ICT's governance and administrative framework through the promulgation of key pieces of legislation, policy, and regulatory reform. This has been another edition of the Parliament Report. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm Edmund Campbell saying, walk good.